Hi guys, Halloween is just around the corner, so today I'm going to make something a little bit different, very beautiful and very easy pumpkin spiced muffins. So for my dry ingredients, I have some plain flour going into a bowl, I have some caster sugar going in, and if you're looking for all the ingredient amounts, they're in the box below in the recipe there. And we have, for a little bit of a rise, I have 2 teaspoons of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of baking soda, bicarbonate of soda. So that's our rising agents or our raising agents. And now we need to talk spices. We've got allspice, we've got cloves, we've got a little bit of cinnamon, and we have some ginger. I did say these were pumpkin spiced muffins, and this is where the spice comes in. So, way to remember this is, it is 1 teaspoon, 1 whole teaspoon of cinnamon. If you can get them in the jar. If that doesn't happen, you can just pour them in. And then using your half teaspoon measure, it's a half teaspoon of the rest. So a half teaspoon of the allspice, and thankfully this spoon goes in. So half teaspoon of cloves goes in here, and then half a teaspoon of ground ginger. Grab a spoon and give them all a whirl. Give that a good mix through, and then just leave a little bit of a well in the center, because that is where we're going to pour in the wet ingredients. Now it's time to talk wet ingredients. Take a big mixing jug like this, and to make our pumpkin spiced muffins, we need some of this beautiful mashed pumpkin. You can get these in specialty food stores. Otherwise, roast off pumpkin and blitz it until it's smooth and you'll get pretty much the same thing. So I need a spoon to pull this out. So it's a whole tin of this pumpkin puree. Are you feeling very Halloween-y? I am. I normally wear fangs for this time of year, but I didn't have them today. Pumpkin puree is in, and now in on top of this, we have some sunflower oil. 2 eggs, we've got 2 large free-range eggs, get them in there as well. So crack your eggs, 2 eggs in here, and then just using your spoon, give it all a good mix through. You want to have it nicely mixed through so that you can just pour it straight in on top of your dry ingredients. Look at this, gloopy, pumpkin, beautiful, magic puree. That's exactly what we need here. So pour that straight into the center here. With your spatula, now it's time to incorporate the two. So pumpkin mixture into the dry ingredients. So just fold it through. And the thing with muffins is that you don't want to overmix. You want to just do a few little swirls like this, just until that flour is completely combined. Come in here and have a look at this, because we have now got a beautiful, smooth mixture. This is going to be transferred to a tin lined with some muffin cases or cupcake cases, whatever you have. Our oven is preheated to 180 degrees Celsius. So important that the oven is nice and hot as soon as you get them in there. And now all I need to do is grab some spoons and basically transfer this mixture over. So it's about a heaped tablespoon of the mixture per case. These are all nicely filled. They now go into the oven for 20 minutes until they've risen up and look absolutely beautiful. I have some pumpkin muffins which have come out of the oven and they've cooled, and look how beautiful they are. They've risen up, they've become light and voluptuous, and they've got wonderful density from that pumpkin in there as well. But to finish them off, I'm going to make up a wonderful maple syrup glaze, which is really, really fragrant and really flavorful. So finishing it off, basically, we're going to have that lovely maple syrup glaze, but we're also going to have some chopped walnuts over the top. This is going to be absolutely gorgeous. So I have some icing sugar in a bowl, and using a whisk, I'm going to whisk in a few tablespoons of this maple syrup. So just pour it in. It's about 2 to 3 tablespoons. The thing about icing sugar is that it eats up liquid, so add that maple syrup just gradually as you need it. Okay, have a look at this. We have this beautiful maple syrup glaze looking really, really good. I think the easiest thing to do is grab one of your muffins like this and just dip it in all the way over like that, and then just tap it off any of that excess, and if it drips down, it's not the end of the world, but you get this wonderful finish on it. Look at that wonderful sweetness over the top as you dive into these muffins. So finish them all off with that lovely maple syrup glaze. This icing sugar maple syrup glaze will start to set. So before it does that, all I'm going to do is finish them off with some chopped walnuts. Just sprinkle them right over the top of these beautiful little muffins, and it's a wonderful way to finish them off. I think I can't really resist but to stick one in my gob. So just take off that and look how wonderful the color is in there. Really nice and velvety and orange. That is exactly what I'm after. So, wow. You've got this wonderful layer of sweetness on the top, that wonderful great crunch. And then when you dive into that muffin, there's this kind of eruption of spice, all that wonderful, the ginger, the allspice, the cloves, the cinnamon. This is a really great one because you've got wonderful sweet pumpkin running all the way through it. I want you to give this a go, guys. The recipe is in the box below. Click subscribe for lots more delicious recipes. And of course, like and share this on all your social media. I will see you soon.